they've all got OM 4000s, they've all got ACOM, whatever, amplifiers in their flimming shacks. Aye, and they're all running more than 1,000 volts, so they can go fuck themselves. Honestly, it's pissed me off.
Right, we are live. We are live. Let's just find myself on my tablet. If anybody happens to rock in while I'm doing this, I apologise. I am just looking on my tablet for myself, just so I can keep an eye on the chat, which is the major problem I have generally. Right, let's see if we can also see the other thingies, top chat. Never tells you who is in the YouTube stream. That's the problem. Right, no viewers. Okay, no viewers. I might stick that up there. What if I can put that? Can I put that over there? Can I not put that over there? Can I not put that in there? Where can I slide that in? Let's put it up there then. Let's put it up there just so it comes up somewhere I can read it. Right, I am live. We are live. I don't think there's anyone here. Is there anyone here? Is there anyone here? Right, let's have a look. What have we got then? We got something on 20 meters. That's 074. Bit quiet there. Bit quiet there. Looks like 40 meters might have a little bit going on there. It's FT8. Not much on there. Oh my word. 60 meters. Is that somebody on 60? That can't be someone on 60. Let's have a gander. Oh, I can't even view it. Right, where are we? Let's have a quick gander up. Oh, it's saying upper sideband. That's not going to help me. Let's put it on lower. See what we get here. Might just be a bit of solar interference, I think, that one. No. Try this one. What a load of noise. What a load of noise. Hi, Paul. I'm not sure which Paul that is. Is that Paul? Is that Paul? Hey, Fatty. Lovely name. Lovely name, dude. Oh, dear. Honestly. Hilarious. Love it, man. Right. Let's try 70 meters. See what we can get. See if we can, anything. Oh, God, what's that? FT4? No, FT8. The bands just seem to be a little bit scribbly, I have to be honest. There's nothing... 15 meters. It's a bit crappy. Oh dear, right. I might just change that back window. Let's change that back window to the standard one. Let's go with that. Just so you can see what we're tuning into. Bit of CW coming in, look. 30 meters, something maybe, possibly 30 meters. See if we can see it. I've turned the processor down on my computer for the SDR, so it's a little bit slow to catch up. What's this down here? What is this down here? FT4. Small band, isn't it? 30 meters. Somebody there or something there. I never know if it's above or below though for this. If it's USB or LSB. Actually, isn't 30 meters the digital band? Oh yeah, it's all 30 meters is all digital. Why did they even show that on my band plan then? I'm not interested in that. Johnny, Michael Gearing. Bam Bam. Bams are a bit weird tonight, mate. I dummy built a log antenna earlier, but to be honest, it wasn't any quieter than this Delta loop, so I've pulled it up for now. But then I was using a crappy balun, so I'm hoping that maybe with a new balun it might make a bit of difference. We shall see. I'm only on for maybe 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. My missus is going out walking the dogs. So we shall see. Right, got two possible signals here. There it is. Are they? Yeah, a little bit. In fact, I haven't even looked at the MUF map today. I popped on a couple of times to mess around. Let's just have a quick look around. 28, 14 megahertz, 7 and 3.5, maybe 5.3. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. How long is it going to take to download the MUF map? You're hardcore then, mate, ain't you? Hardcore if you're going around the groups reading up on what the bands are like. Right, so we've got SSB on 7 megahertz. 14 megahertz appears to be dead. 28 dead. 3.5 dead. Yes, that's where we are. Is it just taking a while to update the MUF map, do you think? Because according to this, only 20 meters has got anything on it. 40 meters, I mean, sorry. And yet, 40 meters doesn't show many people on it. Oh God, excuse me. Can have another look. I mean, there's a bit there. 7138. So look at that. Oof. Noisy. Noisy. Oh, I'm on FM. That might help. Lower sideband. Let's try again. There it is. Yeah, look. 10 meters, nothing. 3.5, we should have stuff. 7, we've got stuff. 14, yeah, see, 14's showing good muff coverage. Maximum usable frequency. Or is it minimum usable frequency? I might just quickly drop the WhatsApp group a message because I'm only here for a little while and they'll be gone by the time I arrive. Lucy S joined. M0KNM. Look at M0KNM lowering himself to the M7 streams. Probably wants to know what an M7 looks like. It's like, oh, what do they look like, those M7s? I remember being one once. It was a long time ago. Are you a young and trendy M0, or are you an old guard? Come on, be honest with us. Are you an old guard or a young one? Eddie, 1958, 66 makes you, doesn't it? Mikey Faulkner, THC3PO. I'm one of the old so the old guard then. M3 old guard, is that right? M3s, is that the originals? Although you're using the term mate, you know, which is a youngster term, isn't it? You know, it sounds like you're in with it, man. We're on about here to bitch about sensible money. Sensible money had a bit of a dig at M7s earlier today, which was a bit unfortunate because he's peed off a few people with that. A lot of people that watched his channel and took advice from it and took, respect from it, and he's kind of burnt a few bridges. He's basically said, how the youngsters, the M7s, aren't responsible enough to use their to use extra power, and that's why they should be only sold radios that have 25 watts. And it's like, are you telling me, mate, that all the 2Es only use 100 watts and all the M0s only use 1,000 watts? I mean, I know for a fact that ain't true, because 1,000 watts is the max all over the place, and yet you hear these Italians blasting everywhere. Sensible money on TikTok. What's his name? Let's have a look. Hang on.
I haven't done one of these for a while.
G0OES. G0OES. Sensible money. He's changed his thing actually. It's G0OES ham radio now. It used to be called Sensible Money or something. But yeah, he's had a bit of a bitch. He's had a bit of a bitch around the M7s, saying how we need to be forced to only buy 25 watt radios. It's like, so we're never going to be, so what happens then is that we have to buy 25 watt radios, and then what? So when we pass our license, we then have to sell that 25 watt radio for a loss, so we can buy the 100 watt radio. And then I liked him, but there was no need for this post today. I don't know what's going on, saying, how in America they have to be thingy, to buy a gun and all this. I can't remember what he was comparing it with, but then to say that we need to be governed as M7s, it's an absolutely, thank you, absolutely stupid mentality. The problem is that I don't go to the radio club, and the reason I don't go to the radio club is because 70%. Oh, I didn't even realise I was still on my muff map. Give me a second. Let me get rid of that. 70% of the people that go to a radio club are going to be the new RSGB, and they're being indoctrinated by old guard. By old guard operators, most of them, and we're never going to progress the hobby. It's never going to be. If they had their way, a lot of the old guard would take it with them. Hi, Sinister, Paul, and the old guard want to take it with them. They want it to die with them, but for us to make the hobby better, first of all, 25 watts. Unless you're sat in a field or in the countryside, 25 watts is a struggle. You know, unless you've got money for like a big garden that you can put in a, you know, 25-foot Yagi, or you know, something big in your garden, you're going to struggle, and we all struggle. All right. So for a start, 25 watts wasn't even enough when we had CBs. Let's face it, 30 years ago, 25 watts. Although it was a standard burner that most people had, 25 watts was not enough to get you anywhere, was it? It get you 5 or 6 miles. So we're allowed to use sideband. I get it. We're allowed to use sideband. It gives you a bit of extra distance. But we're fighting against other people in the hobby that are using 100, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 watts, you know, illegally. And in the pile-up, there's absolutely no chance. So what are we supposed to do? Right, so then we've got to go and get our 2EO license. Or we've got to get the, you know, go all the way and get our M7WLOs. But does that change our characters? Does that change who we are? Does it change, you know, what we are as operators? It doesn't, does it? You know, so if you're not responsible, you're not going to be responsible no matter what license you've got. You know, if you are responsible, you're going to be responsible no matter what license you've got. You know, now, yes, I agree, right? You get your license, you know, cut your teeth, get to know the hobby, you know, maybe have like an induction period of 3 to 6 months, you know, be forced to go to a radio club and get a card signed off 3 times, you know, to pass a secondary like common sense test. But why restrict the power? The thing is Ofcom are in charge of the power. Ofcom are the people that, it doesn't matter if you've got a full license or a M7. If you're chucking 1,000 watts out and you're interfering with anyone, you're still going to get done. So what does it matter? You know, it's like I could be an M7WLO putting out 1,000 watts and still be an irresponsible dickhead. Sorry, TikTok auto kicker, but I could be one of those, and I could still F off all my neighbours. You know, I could still wind everyone up, and that's the point, isn't it? It's like just having your license doesn't change you as a person, doesn't change your mentality. So why restrict to 25 watts? What are they really hoping to do apart from maybe bore you out of the hobby because you can't speak to anyone? Now, let's talk about, let me talk about 100 watts. Let's talk about 100 watts. Nobody's talking here, are you? But let's talk about 100 watts, right? 100 watts to between 100 watts and 1,000 watts. If you've got a decent antenna, like look at me, right? I can't get hardly anywhere on 25 watts. 100 watts I could probably get somewhere. Not saying I would use 100 watts, not saying I do use 100 watts, but I could get somewhere. But then you look at Leanne with her massive antenna, her massive Yagi, her massive long wire, and she can outdo pretty much anyone in the UK on that, on 25 watts. So what is the point in power? You know, the power is just to basically get us able to talk to other operators, isn't it? And isn't that the point of the hobby? Isn't the point of the hobby to be able to talk to other operators? I just think it's political and it's old guard as we know it. And I know there's no such thing as old guard, but we're talking about old fuddy-duddies that want to be the gatekeepers of the hobby and don't want anybody else to get any enjoyment out of it apart from them on their 80 meters and their 160 meters, you know. And they don't want the hobby to grow because they like their clique circles, don't they? They like the people that they're talking to. So yeah, there we are. Andy's bitching. How long have I been on now? Because that's probably half my window gone. 11 minutes. No, is it 18 minutes? 18 minutes. Yeah, my missus is going to be back in about 10 minutes and I have to come off. So, yeah, fun and games. And I'm still looking at the band and there's still nothing going on. There might be a little bit going on 40 now. Let's have another check. See what's going on now. It seems to be a little bit coming in here. It's hard to say. It's finding that window, isn't it? Let's see what we got. Up or down? Down? down. I mean, Yan can freaking talk to anywhere on 25 watts. So what am I going to do about it? I'm not going to join a radio club. I mean, we're forced to do our license, but you know, what can we do to change? We could send messages and petitions to Ofcom demanding more rights for people that are M7s. You know, I know a lot of responsible M7s that wouldn't abuse 1,000 watts, that wouldn't abuse 100 watts. You know, I don't want to use like max power because I got solar panels and I don't want to use my battery up. Can you imagine me using 1,000 watts? My battery would be flat in an hour. I get to this time of the evening and I'm running on the last of my sun coming in. Let's have a look, see how much power I've actually got in my battery for this evening. I don't think it hit full power today. 89%, yeah, 10% short, and we're still not even charged. And now my PV generation's 1.1 and my usage is 1.1, and I've not even keyed up the mic. It's this blooming computer to do this streaming that uses all the power. When are you going to get your license, Paul? Anyway, I really want to. We want to get you on a copy. Do you know what I mean? We want to get you like properly into the club. Ham Radio Wells, Bam Dam's doing his. Right, I'm going to put the radio into the feed. If you can let me know if it's too loud. Right, the radio's in the feed. Do I need to take it down or bring it up? Where's my Yeti? 1, 2, 3 is on 20. My radio's on... Oh, blimey. -10. Is it too loud? When you're old, you are old. You look old. Have we got like a feedback loop on the have we got an echo? That's what I'm worried about, because I know that the microphone and the radio are now both playing through 2 different feeds into the stream. Perhaps I'll make that that little speech at the beginning. I'll make that a mini later on for TikTok. Barely hear whoever that is. Don't think anyone's calling CQ. Let's have a quick look on the cluster for 40. Let's quickly go through the list. 40 meters, FT8. This is the guy from the other night, wasn't it? Chris. Yeah, SP30. Can't hear him. You mean at the Hamfest? Do you know? No, I mean, to be honest, I haven't really got into it yet. I've got these ham sticks and I've got some mag mounts, and I think I might go out in the truck one day and give those a go. I'm not really inclined to spend like 20 minutes, 30 minutes setting up an antenna in the field and then sitting in a park on my own. I'd quite like to do it with someone else. I'd quite like to, you know, set up a couple of antennas with someone else and have a drink, have a chat, have a bit of radio, because I'm more in for the social. And I'd quite like to do that, but Hamfest is a bit far for me, I have to be honest. SSB Field Day, Saturday and Sunday. We're doing it as a club. What, the RSGB? I didn't know anything about it. See, I don't actually read the QRZ pages. And my local club, right, it's got a couple of really nasty piece of works in it, right? A couple of really nasty... Tried to get me into trouble because I streamed scammers. And doing whatever they can to cause issues for me. And if I went there, I'd probably hit him. And then I'd get arrested. Then I wouldn't be able to go to work. And then I'd be in trouble, wouldn't I? Because it's on a Tuesday night. So it's easy I just stay away from the club. So I'm an independent, doing all my antenna sciences and learning the hobby myself. But to be honest, it's funny actually, because Sensible Money, who we like, he was quite impressed with the antennas that I've been making. But then he goes and slates the M7s. He goes, in one breath he says that, someone like me has probably learnt more in 7 months than most of the people that got a licence in regard to antenna science. And then he sits there and slates and says we're not governed. It's like really, really bad. Hey, Fatty. Fatty! I used to be a fatty. I'm not fatty anymore. But, yeah, it's a bit annoying, isn't it? Right, what else we got then? 7180, possibly. No, I don't, to be honest, mate. Leanne got a bit upset by it, and that's like... The thing is, Leanne's got one of the best radio setups in the UK. I'll challenge anybody to get out better than Leanne. And they can get out on 1,000 watts. She can get out there same places on 25 watts because of her setup. And then, she's an M7, but she has no need. She has no need to go for more power. She has no need to get 100 watts to get 1,000 watts because she can go anywhere on her 25 watts and her massive Yagi. Do you know what I mean? It's like, why does she need to get a 2EA license and an M0 license when her 25 watts will work the world with no hassle at all? She bleeds over everyone. It's like pointless. Why does having a number in your back? I know, like, from a personal challenge perspective, why we want to be 2Es and M0s. It's like a personal achievement thing. But if you've got all you need with your M7 license, why do you have to slate anybody else down if you're an M0? It's just bitter. It's just bitter. Anyway, I don't want to keep going over it. Let's try and get a couple of DXs in. Mike 7 Whiskey Lima Oscar. Mike 7 Whiskey Lima Oscar. Says hi SWR. Let me just turn down the band a bit. Let's just get a tune in. Don't know why it's saying hi SWR. Sorry, I had to do it on the band. So where is this guy? I thought he was on... Sounds like a jet going overhead. What's that? Mike 7 Whiskey Lima Oscar. That's better. That's better. High SWR's gone. Mike 7 Whiskey Lima Oscar. 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 It's quite a pile up there, isn't it? We're over here. No, we're not. We're over here. Other hand. Here, where the green line is above it. Mike 7, Whiskey, Lima Oscar. Mike 7, Whiskey, Lima Oscar. I ain't got time to fight the pilot. I'm just going to see what else we can find. Mike 7, Whiskey, Lima Oscar. Mike 7, Whiskey, Lima Oscar. Mike 7, Whiskey, Lima Oscar. Yeah, Lima Oscar. Lima Oscar. Yeah, I've got you 5959 to the UK. Thank you. Over. Whiskey, Lima Oscar. Whiskey, Lima, Ontario. 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 Oscar. Ontario or Oscar. 73. There we go. See, my time is up. We've had our bitching session. So the dogs are back. Sharon's back. We have to call it a day. So I'll catch you later, guys. Have a if you're on the radio, hope you have a good one. I'm just trying to find the buttons to end the stream. I know they're here somewhere. Alright. See you later, everyone. Hi, Bam Bam. Hey, Spuddy. Hello, mister. I know.